Hi, welcome back to the Carver's Woodshop. This is Arlene once again. This is series number 3, part number 10. I went back and we finished up the back of the tassel, and I finished rounding off the arms, finished off rounding off the hat. Now we're going to start doing the robe. What we need to do first is the rope that's around him. You can put a black belt if you'd like. That's entirely up to you. I prefer the rope look. I just like it better. But that's up to you. If you want to put a black belt, just make it a bit wider and paint it black with a buckle in the middle. You can maybe be creative on your own that way if you want to venture out a little bit. But anyway, what I did was I pre-drew where, do your thing again with the finger and the pencil here, and decide where you want to put that line. Okay, now that rope's going to go all the way around on this one, just like it did on series number 2. And we're going to put the little tassel along the side of the white pocket here, or the white part of the jacket. So we're going to go ahead and start doing the stop cut. So what we're going to do is stop cut on the top. I'll do the front half, and you guys can do the rest of it when you're off the video, not watching. I'll let you finish that up on your own. So I do one cut on the top. Remember to put your glove on, folks. I keep mentioning that, but common sense says for you to put your gloves on if you have one. If you don't, you can get it at Woodcrafters or at a carving shop somewhere. Okay, so I have 2 stop cuts done. So I'm going to go from the underside. I'm just going to chip a little bit out. Okay, just a little bit, so it looks like it's going underneath. Turn it around and get that corner. Alright, and then I'm going to go from the top and go the other way. From the top I'm going to come down to that rope. We're giving it the look like it's wrapping around the coat. So, just want to let you know I do have a new website up, the Carver's Woodshop, all one word.com. So you can visit me there. It's fairly new. I'll have all my information, my classes and everything there posted. I have a link on YouTube description portion there. So you can always link to it if you need to find out information. Anyway, there we have both sides done. So you're going to round off that. You got to round off that corner. And just round that off. It's easier just to go across. If you can be very careful with not sticking your knife on the upper part of the jacket. Really imperative that your knives are really sharp. If you don't know how to do that, again, go to YouTube. They have plenty of videos explaining how to sharpen these things. And just take your time. It takes some practice, trust me. We all had to learn how to sharpen our knives, but it's imperative that you do learn how to do that, and maybe somewhere down the road I'm not happy with that. Let me cut that off. Maybe down the road somewhere I'll do a video on that, on how I do it here. But there's a lot of good carvers out there that are already sharing that information with you. Okay, so that's how that's done. And now we're going to put that little rope, those little slashes in there to make it look like a rope. Just go across like every 1/4 of an inch or so. Space it out evenly if you can. If you want to draw it on with a pencil, you can. I've done it so many times, folks. I think I've done about 300 Santas already, or maybe more. Kind of lost count. I probably have about 20 done, ready to go on eBay already this year. Anyway, that's how that's done. So what you're going to do is we're going to start on the coat. We put a line going down and around. And remember, this part, we're going to round that out a little bit, like so. Okay, we're just going to round that off a little bit. And then we're going to go back and we're going to put our thing back in here like so. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your knife very carefully. You're going to dig in there, push down in there pretty good, and then just follow that all the way up. And this is another stop cut until you meet that rope, and then you're going to make another little one underneath from the rope to the bottom of the beard. Now I turn it around and I'll do the other side. And then you're going to follow that all the way around. You're going to go all the way around his body. Let me get the other knife. It's a little better with detailing. Some knives are better at doing this than others. Sometimes I think it's in my head, but some other knives feel better on my hand. And then I'm going to go back to the front, and I'm going to make another cut underneath, right next to that stop cut, and proceed around the back of the coat, like this. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way around, and then you're going to go take your knife, and you're going to do on either side, you're going to cut a little piece out, like so. Another little piece out at the top. Okay. You're going to follow that all the way down at the bottom here. You got to be very careful you don't chip anything out. And just follow that all the way out and around. Alright. See how we're doing that? And so you're going to make that ridge all the way around the back where you cut it, all the way around. And then back to the front. Now on this side, where this is kind of a little bit touchy. See, you got to be very careful you don't chip that corner out. You want to be very, very careful. And then just cut the other side out, so like so. And you can see I use different knives all the time. I switch to the one that I feel more comfortable with. Okay, so that's how that's done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do one of the pockets. So I'm going to let you finish the rest of the back of the rope. Should extend across to both sides of that tassel. You'll do the same thing as the front. And then you're going to just finish this out, carving the bottom part of this coat. And then when we come back, we'll do the eyebrows, we'll do the mustache, the beard, the tassel, and hopefully the pockets in one more segment. If not, we'll just do another part to the series. Okay, thank you for joining, and hope you're enjoying the videos. Bye-bye.